They're going against DC, who's struggled. I mean, obviously, they're using a stand-in, and they have been for a couple of days now. So we'll see what goPRO can do. I think Save. I watched Save a lot. I believe he's top 50 in NA, and I know he's always been a decent player in the pubs I cast.
Yeah, I got a message from Husky saying that they weren't the full five.
Yeah.
Tourniquet, whoever that is a stand-in.
Okay.
First time ever playing with him.
Oh, so it's just a 4v4 two stand-ins. All right. What are your thoughts on Frogos? I've always thought he was a pretty decent player, but I mean he's last place in FPL right now with like 27 games. Do you think that's a big indicator of anything or not really?
Sorry, what? Hang on,
Like,
I had to mute
no,
you
you're
in
good.
game. You're like coming through twice. What'd you say? What's a good indicator?
I said, well, what's your thoughts on Frogos? Like, I always thought he's a decent player, but he's last place in the current FPL with like 27 games. I don't know if it's like an indicator of anything.
I have no idea, man.
Okay.
FPL's the weirdest shit.
Not
Like,
especially right now.
I like Frogos. We chilled at the Boston Major. He was a good dude, but
Yeah.
I don't really know
About his play that much.
And NADO is kind of a clusterfuck, you know. In those in-house leagues, I think it's if you're not drafting or like building the team or on some sort of role that's impactful, like you're just kind of like you don't actually impact the games.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I won so many FPL games by just like not drafting awful.
Yeah.
You get the B9 like Viper Undying, and you'd be like, all right, well guys, don't fight them, but pick a sniper, and you win.
Sounds about right. Now, some quick man, Chen.io coming out from goPRO. DC, they're just, I don't know. I hope we see Dark Willow banned every game. I don't mind watching play, but it just feels like that team's already a step ahead when it gets first picked. How Gyro. Who would have seen that coming? Oh,
I didn't.
I didn't.
I'm getting a premonition. There's an AA in the future. An AA or a Bane. Because it's Dota 2.
Dota 2. I'm pretty sure this goPRO, their avatar or whatever team logo, that looks really copywritten from the Pain Gaming logo. But I could be wrong. So do you think it's gonna be AA plus well, we're about to find out, don't you have to ask. There's AA. Is it gonna be a core or another is it a support or a core, Kyle? Are they doing something like a Razor DK or is it gonna be like a Tusk or something?
They'll pick Sand King DK or Razor.
Okay.
It's probably Sand King.
Lifestealer. Okay.
It's a little early, I think, but it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of picking Lifestealer this early.
Yep. And actually, I know then their one game they won against Hooked Esports. This is their exact opening. They had a Lifestealer first, and then they had Puck Bounty.
10 seconds remaining.
I wouldn't mind that. I love late phase Bounty Hunter. Rarely gets that far, but I think if you can pick it up, it's really strong.
So, what is Bounty supposed to do at like level 1 or 2? Is he just supposed to like pull creeps for the offlane and just randomly harass a lane, or does he have like a bigger purpose?
That's part of the reason I like the hero. You can actually do a bunch of stuff. You can pull the lane, you can hit somebody, you can hunt the courier. You're really good at like being this surprise third party in a lane, and then it's like, oh shit, I'm dead. Because your 5 can just like hide to the side, and then there's a bounty hunter and the core there, and all of a sudden somebody's getting first blooded. And that's like what snowballs the guy's game. It's really just do something.
Yeah.
But if bounty like doesn't get started, doesn't have an impact in the first 2 minutes, you feel really bad.
You talked about his little bit higher base damage than he used to have. It feels a lot better, especially now that like tri lanes are in existence, like you said. Does that just make Bounty a better hero? Because that was his weakness, right? Just tri lanes.
I don't know, I think his weakness is more either it's not necessarily double dual lanes, but whenever there's lanes you can't pressure, like the Timbersaw meta. You know, you've got like a Timbersaw in the safe lane, like maybe an aggro tri lane or something like that. All of a sudden, you know, you don't feel like you can do shit. Same with, you know, maybe Beastmaster Naga in one lane and some other thing you don't want to mess with in the other. Like there's some safe lane Underlord I've seen into Bounty Hunters, just weird shit like that.
Oh, my bad. Bounty was first banned by Digital Chaos. They knew it already. Yeah, I even said that. I don't know why I didn't. Well, there's a Sand King now coming a pick later than you said, but on that team.
Yeah. It's just weird to me. Why not just take the Sand King second, right? And then the Lifestealer. Maybe they think it'll get banned. I could see that. It's just,
Dire
I feel like you give away this Bane pick when you do that. Slardar. Well, I like it. I don't like Slardar too much against AA because you just explode. I get the concept because you match up well against Sand King, but you kind of just die. And the key to playing against Slardar for all the new guys out there is kill the Slardar
10
because
seconds remaining.
like you just kill the Slardar. He takes amp damage when he's sprinting. He's running around with like tranquil boots and a blink. Like he just explodes.
Man, is Slardar when he ults Lifestealer, right? Lifestealer's rage, it doesn't take it off anymore, or it does, but
It
you can
does.
put it back on while he's raged, right?
Correct.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
not sure. I know it's changed like a few times. Makes sense.
It's not the greatest matchup for a Slardar.
Yeah, I was about to say that feels like you said, if he's sprinting and somehow like Lifestealer just doesn't get stunned, that Slardar's just gonna melt with him in AA. Why do you pick a Slardar instead of, say, like a Tusk or, I mean, Elder Titan's banned? Like, when is Slardar better than those heroes?
I like Slardar with range carries a lot. Like Sniper, Medusa, any hero that you can sort of play around and just, okay, you stun a guy and amp him and they're already taking damage from the core. I like the Ench pick. It keeps their draft like still open. They can last pick this mid, but just really strong laner. And it kind of owns Slardar for the same reasons. Like Slardar's gonna blink in and he might just die. You
Yeah.
also can't really threaten an Enchantress in lane. But the main thing about Slardar is just having someone to play with and getting into the game because you need to be able to lane. You're not really a roamer like a Tusk or a Bounty. You want to be sitting in a lane with your shield and like 6 armor, hitting people, denying, and like you're a battler more than anything else. I feel.
It's like a Naga, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to move too much. Excuse me.
And Chan, yeah, you said the helps lanes, and we have seen, I think IX Mike has ranked 4 games for DC, and he's played Enchantress in 2 of them, so maybe a little bit of, well, we'll just take him before you can, maybe?
Yeah, I can see it. It's still a fine hero for them. I don't like it too much against Lifestealer, but Entry's just one of those heroes. It's really strong in lane. We talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
Whenever you can lane very well and ensure that all 3 of your lanes will like have impact, you feel good about Dota. The Furion pick, I like Furion Slardar a lot as well, actually, because you have a global presence from the NP, and you have like the ultimate is like a bit of extra burst. So
Yeah.
now a Slardar blinks stun on somebody, maybe there's another guy with him, and now there's a Furion too. And it gives you the tower pressure that allows Slardar to get an earlier blink dagger, and just it just helps you get into the game as a Slardar.
So this is going to be, what, an off-lane Nature's Prophet, or is it going to be something like a... I mean, that's what it's going to be, right? I was trying to think how they, like, lane a Nature's Prophet in Gyro. I mean, I guess you could really put any of these heroes anywhere, right? Gyro and Nature's Prophet. You used to put Chessie's NP in the safe lane.
Yep, that's what Kinguin likes to do as well with Exotic Deer. I like it. I think it's the best place for the hero right now because you can play a lot more aggressively in the safe lane. You're sort of like a Razor, but instead of a Link, you have these Treants following people.
Yeah.
And you want to have them follow them further, and you also want to make sure that you're laning against like 1 or 2 heroes. You don't really want to play offlane NP anymore. You want to be in the lane, not just like pulling creep waves with your trees like old school TI3 style.
goPRO, they last ban that Viper. It doesn't feel like... Does DC... How do they want to play? It doesn't feel like they have as much team fight as, say, goPRO, right? Like, this Bane... I guess there's only 1 cancel for his grip, though, so... I digress.
I think they just need... I think they can pick some, like, TA hero type hero here. TA Quap. PA, okay. Same style.
No.
Squishier though, but it's really good with Slardar for obvious reasons. It's a ton of burst damage, and you sort of guarantee that all these low armor heroes on goPRO will just get blown up. It's the old style of MVP, this Furion PA and a roamer.
I know. I mean, just something to deal with, right? You just ultimate the Enchantress with your Slardar and just throw daggers at it. Your PA doesn't even have to worry about Blink striking on top of her. It's nice.
Yeah. You know, I don't think they needed. They didn't want to like invest in more team fight. They just want to be able to kill people in burst. And PA is a really good matchup against the Lifestealer and the Ench. You also, same reason Slardar is good with NP. It's the same with PA. You just can play fast And these heroes are much better when they can play fast, but you need something like a Furion to sort of carry the tempo for you. And they also have a gyro, so I hope he just, you can buy like drums, BKB, and just run in.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
oh,
we just
jeez.
talked about this. I
Ugh.
think we have both had this. We both kind of agree. Lena's just a weak hero right now. Like, I guess there's not two ways to put it. She just feels
mean,
weak.
It's not terrible, but it's not like good. Like, what's it do? He's just gonna get gone on and die.
Because even with the, right, a PA Slardar, that's a dead leaner, right? You have to get Yules. I mean, you do anyways, but once that Yules wears off, you just don't have anything.
Yeah.
So
the only team that's had moderate success with the hero is Navi, and Navi is like making roster changes according to to Reddit. So maybe we shouldn't steal ideas from teams that are dying.
Yeah. Was it actually Reddit, or wasn't it their CEO actually said something like
yeah,
that?
the CEO, the CEO, yeah. There's change on the horizon.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, not really. I guess I'm used to Navi changing now. It's really, I guess any team. What's like the longest team now without a change? Is it even like a tier 1, tier 2 team? Like, is it even over a year?
I mean, Liquid.
Liquid, yeah. I guess it is. It's probably just Liquid.
Newbie's probably up there.
Right. There's a couple.
That's about it.
Yeah. Well, Brile Gyrocopter, and it's gonna be a Ritsu PA. So we saw that yesterday as well, or 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So are you just liking DC's draft a little better? It just feels like more of they know what they're kind of doing.
I'm always scared when I see a draft that has like, I don't want to say a tank, but every hero on goPRO's side just kind of dies.
Yeah.
Like they have no one that can provide vision by walking in, and I think that that's really key in this meta. The DK, the Underlord, the Gyro, like something that can just sort of run in and allow the rest of his team to play around them. Like in this game, it's like a bro strike with an infest bomb, and pray that there's no one else there and they get a kill. Starts a fight.
Yeah. And here we go. The opening, the class. I just call it the Ritsu at this point. There we go. At least it was a quick one.
It's every game, dude. Yep. It's every single game.
And from what I've actually asked him, and I said, Ritsu, don't troll me. I'm being serious. He's like, well, right before a game, I slam an energy drink and I just have to pee immediately. And I'm like, well, what if you just don't slam an energy drink? I don't know. Whatever. Who knows? But Bane Slardar going to be roaming up top with Gyro. And it looks like they might be putting this PA down. I mean, maybe just for the room, but PA down bottom by herself so far. If this is a tri-lane versus tri-lane up top, these exact 6 heroes, who do you like more?
The AA lane is strong, but there's the threat of a Furion on DC's side. I'd say it could go either way. The problem is, like, it's really difficult to fight into Bane as well. And Gyro's just going to be a better laner than Lifestealer, so it really depends on lane control. Are any camps blocked? But it's really a trade, and then it's who gets involved. But I don't think DC wants to try. It looks like they might rotate out. I think that's the right idea. Because you can kind of just dumpster an Enchantress and keep him level 1. And in the meantime, Furion against AA Lifestealer can just... He's going to be 100% fine up there.
Yeah.
He'll be laning like it's a 1v1.
That's pretty good. What, you just put your Treants on the AA and just lane, or?
Pretty much. Lifestealer's really low base armor, along with AA. You have trees, and I don't really think you can leave Enchantress bottom completely alone. I feel like he won't get anything down there. Bane will just hit him in the face and use Brain Sap. It's going to be Gyro mid, though.
Yeah, so Brio will be playing. I almost thought Ike's Mike. I was like, I don't know the last time I saw Ike's Mike play middle. I'm ready, but... So Gyro versus Lina. Lina, I mean, has the base damage, but her attack... That thing feels super slow, right?
Mm-hmm. There's also the threat of this rocket into a stun and an NPTP, which is going to make it really difficult for this Lina to play. I think, like, under normal circumstances, if Lina can threaten the Gyro and, like, kill the rocket by being able to, like, man up with a stack on her and just click it a couple times, you feel a lot better. But since he's going to be so threatened all the time.
Looks like Ike's Mike will go down here. Just gets stunned up. Owie, good job by Scourge McDuck. Actually dodges Owie's stun just out of range, and a pretty quick kill, but It's not like he really missed anything, right? You get that first blow, which is a nice chunk of gold, but no creeps died during that time.
Yep. It's one of those deaths that doesn't really matter. Like, it's good. It's if they die a couple more times, it'll be a problem, but it's just like, who cares?
Frogos is pretty rich, though. 500 gold and boots on the Sand King. Get those early Tranquils could be good.
It would have been way more impactful if it was on the Lifestealer, because the phase or the treads are really what changed the lane makeup. I mean, the Tranquils on Sand King don't change anything. He already has boots.
Oh, gotcha. I still like... oh. What was he talking? I don't even know what I was going to say, actually. Oh, middle lane, Browse diving past the tower. Husky. Some CS. 6-2 versus 4-3, so it's pretty even. In top lane. Mike just goes down again. Frogo's getting chased down. Will get it. Now Save's in a little bit of trouble. He has a stun. Mike's here as well. This is going to be a kill. Damn. Just the rotations back. And now even the Lifestealer, he's in a tad bit of trouble. If Mike could have got one of those trees in front of him, probably a guaranteed kill.
This is what you want if you're a Slardar Furion lane, though. Just keep fighting him. Make sure there's 3 heroes here all the time. Like, you don't care. Look at the CS.
Pretty damn even. That's the thing, right? Nature's Prophet dies, he can TP back, teleport, scroll, or his skill. He's never gonna be out of TPs.
It's more that both heroes like aren't really CSing. So like you're fine doing that if you're Furion, because the Lifestealer is the key to the enemy team's game. Especially since he's going the Radiance build, as you can already see queued up. So if you can just slow him down, your Gyro and your PA, like those are the heroes that'll win the game. And bottom lane, Ench is just getting dumpstered because he's been completely alone against the Bane. So they're both just level 1. And PA's free farming.
PA level 4. Sand King, he's just zoning out. He is stealing. You know, this is the kind of guy you want in your pubs, right? You always, a lot of pub stars always talk about, man, I just have a guy who just leeches me. Sand King has leech 0 experience. You need levels on Bane though eventually, right?
Yeah.
And that's not a that's definitely a Sand King classic. He has to be even worse than PPD at just never prioritizing himself.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the experience to really change his style much. I think that's one of his weaknesses. He's kind of always playing the sacrificial 6 role. Sometimes you got to be willing to like get up in somebody's face and like take some items from them.
Yeah.
But you know, I agree though. Playing pubs with Sand King is some sauce.
Yeah.
Feels good. Brow's just dying middle now.
Yeah,
that was a real weird dive.
Very fun. And he misses? He had one, but if he had one more, he probably would have lived there. But a nice kill there. Good roaming by Frogos.
He kind of handed it to him. He chased into Alina with 3 stacks up and then caught a stun in the face. And there's like no threat of a kill there.
Is it weird that you have your one stand-in playing Furion, kind of the one hero he needs to watch the map himself, right? Like, it's good to call for kills, but you kind of want him watching himself, right?
Yeah. Thing is, it is IX Mike. I mean, he's a Furion player.
He is. Well, he's looking pretty dead again, but there are 3 heroes up here again. Well, gets frozen, goes down.
Probably should have seen that one coming, but it's no big deal. He's completely tied to the Lifestealer if you count CS and denies for the time being. Mid lane, here's the threat onto the mid player. This is exactly what you're afraid of if you're Lina. He's going to get stunned. Oh, I thought there was a Prophet TP. He went top instead.
Yeah. And nice kill. Like you said, though, Husky had the 3 stacks of Fiery and just killed the Rocket even before the Slardar got there. Smart play. But then you look at the last hits denies. It is 30 and 21 versus PA, like you said. Full free farm. Lina's only 5 behind, but it feels like PA is a little scarier over here, especially. I mean, level 6, they both have insane amounts of burst.
Yeah, but this is the dream for PA. Like, this hero is so weak in the laning phase, and now all of a sudden he's got an Aquila and almost level 6.
Treads.
Ench is at a point now where the Bane will be able to leave, and Ench is going to be threatened just by the presence of PA. And he's like, look, he's got an Ice Ogre now running back. This is a grim Ench game.
Level 2.5, yeah, because Enchantress is one of those heroes you love, like 1v1 matchup. Like you said, Sand King just sitting down here and getting no help. And now they're looking like they want to push this tower. Try to bring on the Ice Ogre first. They do. There we go, with that Aquila, as well as the Blightstone. You know Blightstone, every melee creep gets 1 extra damage on the tower because of the Blightstone proc, because it's a minimum. It's great.
That's great.
That's great. And now they're going on him again. Frogo's gonna come over. Gonna only be able to stun one of them, but this PA feels unkillable right now with those 2 heroes. And he gets a crit. Frogos will run away. This tower's going down.
Yep. This is the strength of Furion PA. Like you kind of make up for the lack of wave clear on your team when you have this Furion, and it makes the Bane Slaughter just way easier to play. They can just keep running around. Eventually they'll set up for a Furion, like mid, maybe. Now he's running away from the cold feet. Bra with an Invis rune.
Easy kill. Now you just kind of see the difference between, right, a semi-pro team and a pro team. Just the little mistakes, like crossing that river there. Like you said, not really a chance to get the kill, but then you just overcommit anyways.
Those who are like more experienced player, they just kind of use their mana because they'd have to heal anyway. You just annoy them, you know, force the TP, scare them a bit, and just walk away.
Yeah.
But you don't ever want to commit to a kill like that.
Now, what do you got? Level-wise, it's pretty even, at least level-wise, but that farm just feels pretty bad. Over here, Scourge McDuck, open wounds Owie, he just runs.
The easiest way to win a game is to have your side lanes one trade and one win. Like if you have that scenario like you do here, where in an even matchup you get like a 2-on-2 top and just the PA down bottom against Ench. Anytime PA can farm like this and feel safe, like it's so hard to play Dota. Like even they're stunning him, but he's gonna back away. But he's like, who cares? They can't kill him.
Yeah. What do you go on PA? I mean, Ritsu's a known Battle Fury buyer. Do you think he's just gonna go that because he normally does, or do you want him like to get a tempo item instead, like drums or even a death cell?
Mid lane, Husky just walked into a sleep. He had vision, and now he's died. Wow. What was the question? I was watching the.
Do you think because it's Ritsu, he's just gonna go Battle Fury? Or do you think he should get some like drums or death cell to push the tempo?
I think drums wouldn't be bad, but at the same time you have a Furion and a Gyro that are both better suited for it.
Yeah.
I think that's like the one issue with PA right now is like what item do you buy to like get you going, you know? You don't want to buy a Yasha because that's not the way your hero functions.
What about a first item BKB? Is that just too early for it, or do you think that's okay?
It's too early. I think you fall off. I think you're better off just rush the Battle Fury. There's really nothing else to buy. This game already seems like it might be getting out of control, though. I mean, Mike is tied. Yeah.
Yeah, 5-4, but like we said, though, those early kills, it's almost a 5k lead at 8 minutes in already. Just feels rough, and it mostly goes down to his bottom lane. The Bane being able to keep Enchantress, what, level 1 at 4 minutes in. Now middle. Possible big fight. In comes Ritsu as well. Husky just coming in. He is going to go down again. Ike's Mike tanking the tower. It looks like Sand King is going to go invis, and they already had their own sentry down, so they can't find it, but he goes out of it. Now he's going to try to run. Dagger flies, no crit, but Brain Sap will pick him off. There you have it. 5 heroes middle from the Radiant. They're just going to take this last tier 1.
That's the right play, but when Ench isn't 6, the supports aren't 6, there's really no power, there's no threat whatsoever from the Dire draft right now. They need their supports in the game, but they can't really play with anybody. Up top you have a Lifestealer rushing a Radiance, he's not doing anything. And then mid is Lina.
Yep, right, she's like their only kill power right now. That's the problem is, well, it's a middle Lina and you don't have any vision of the map, like at all.
Yeah. Bottom lane, that's dead. Yeah,
it's an enchant versus an over-leveled PA now.
Yep. And Furion, Furion actually owns Enchantress as well. The ultimate is usually like more than a third of your HP pool, and you can tree block him, and it's mostly just like you can see the tempo they're able to put on just because of the profit, and now they can just sort of farm. The Gyro's over-leveled, the PA's over-leveled, like they're all huge. You're gonna have drums on Gyro pretty soon. He is gonna go Battle Fury on Ritsu, which I think is the play.
I can't see him not. He's a Battle Fury guy no matter what. I'm pretty sure you could put him on like a core Witch Doctor or something and you'd buy Battle Fury. Top, Bryle's just out by himself being greedy.
Yep. Yeah, there's just no reason to be there. Mid-wave, there's a Bane sitting there. Maybe they called that and they're like, oh, Bane gets 6, but you don't really want to give a support 6 in a game they're winning. You kind of just let them go earn it, and you keep the core in a safer position. I'd like the Bane or the Slardire like he is now to just be top if they want someone up there.
They are.
Especially after the change. Deaths are now based way more on net worth, so you don't care if supports die, but you do care if your core does.
Ooh, Frogos. It's the Arcane Rune stolen. It looks like Bane get a hit level 6. Owie just hits level 6, and there we go, another kill. But I didn't even see this one. I assume he just got bursted down.
You just went for him. There's like nothing you could do.
Oh, and Furion. Yeah, like you said, Enchantress, you look at the HP, 680. That is absolutely nothing. That, oh.
A crit and a Furion ult. He's dead.
And now you can't really do anything on Enchantress unless you want to go top, and you don't want to be top as an Enchantress, but it just feels like they're getting out-farmed all over the map. Almost an Orchid on Ike's mic.
Blink on Slardar soon as well. That's like the big timing. As soon as they have that blink, they can look to go Roche. Drums on Bryle, like he's gonna be level 10. Max Q. They're just so strong. And they're not on any sort of clock either because they have the PA. You can kind of just like kick back and relax. And let's take a bet. Over under on how much longer this game will go on.
I think I would say at 20
wanna set the
minutes.
time?
I would go. Yeah, I'd say like what 22 minutes is what I was actually thinking. Well,
Okay,
top
that was close
laning
to
it.
what I wanted.
See you later.
I'm gonna go with under.
I would go with under. I think it's gonna be like 19-20.
Yeah.
If I mean they might just push. Do you think they can push base right here top if they wanted? Siege unit. Ritsu goes down.
Probably not, but I mean they'll look at the tier 2. If they had a blink already on Owie, they could, because they can just like place a ward and then jump base. I would have liked to see Stan. He just placed a ward underneath. I'd like him to do the VP thing, where you ward for your next objective. He could have warded like right here, or in base, and then you can look for like the next kill later on. But I think you want to place that ward behind mid tower, because that's going to be your next play.
Yeah.
One of my favorite wards is right here. It never gets countered, and you see the jungle entrance and the lane. And usually you'll catch people like walking through mid to get up the hill into the triple camp bottom shrine on Dire as well.
Yeah. I don't know. There's still. It feels like there's still a ton of warding that just people don't do. Is it a? I don't want to say a lost art, but is it kind of? You don't really see people just focus on it or much new. Well, top lane. Is he gonna go down? Doesn't look like it.
I think people just don't, I don't want to say don't work hard enough, but I don't think that they think enough about what their wards do. Like, there's like primary, if you look at it from a perspective of, okay, objectively, what are the best wards to have up, you know? Usually, they're like the high grounds, you know, like over here is one, this is another, and it's like, okay, you can't really place wards there anymore because they're going to get sentried, but what else gives you vision? Usually, my favorites are, like we talked about before, shrine and a lane, or behind a tower, like a lane and another path, or like a rune. Like, what gives you the most information?
Yep.
Those are like your tier A wards. Then you have like B tier wards, and then there's ones that are like, you know, never getting sentried.
Yep.
And it's just a judgment call of like, okay, do they know I'm here? Is this going to be sentried? And what VP likes to do is place tier 1 wards before you would expect them to go down. And then the support can show like super far away, but you don't realize like he's already placed the vision his team needs, and everything you're doing is seen by them because he's already been behind your tier 2 tower and you had no idea.
There goes Roche. Speaking of that though, looks like they were goPRO saying the same because they do have that sentry actually behind that tier 2 middle. No ward was placed though, so they don't get the counter, but it was a smart call. And Frogos. Ulti's gonna be flying. It's not gonna be enough to pick him off. Do they want to dive? Do they need to? But the ulti just didn't hit him. There's too many creeps on the map, but he still goes down. It's a rare problem for a Furion.
Ooh, gonna be a man, keep yawning. It's crazy. PA is gonna have his Battle Fury real soon. 200 gold. Relic up on the Life Stealer. He'll have Radiance eventually.
But he just gets gripped. Hey, he's gonna throw an ulti at Stand King.
He just ditches.
Whatever, I'm out here. Now we see some pure damage coming out. Save. They still want to bring him down. There's the ulti by Brown. There's going to be a ton of damage. Yep, they goes down. Stand King, a couple more hits. He will drop as well, but now Life Stealer just going to TP and Tourniquet probably going down. And you get a full grip over there, but the problem was neither team wanted to commit to that. It didn't look like you said Owie just moves out, saw the A ult coming in, and then, well, all you needed is a gyrocopter and finishes it all off. So is this one of those games you're okay with an S and Y on gyro just because they are so far ahead?
Yeah, I think you can get away with it. Like, you also have Aegis, so you're also not like the main carry. Like you don't need to worry too much about the gyro's timing because he's just sort of unnecessary. He just runs around and battles. So it's fine to go SNY because your whole team isn't playing around your BKB timing. It's more the PA's timing than yours.
Oh, and that ward scouts out Scourge McDuck, but he ends up going to the lane instead of down here to the Ancients. Does have, like you said, he's gonna have his Radiance here if he gets the last hit on the Siege creep. He does not. Oh no, if they kill him right before he gets it, they might. No grip though for 10. But they're gonna bring everyone else, and there we go. Blink stun in, dagger flies, Orchid. Well, he bought it at the last second. Nicely done by him, but they're gonna find one more. It's gonna be the AA, and he's just gonna be napping for a bit. Instant crit. Now the chicken. Sand King's looking. Won't get it. But he does hit it with the minus armor. And that's gonna be a middle tower. Mike picks
I don't like that they defend here. I think they can just. I think they should have just like gone to try and win the game, but at the same time, they're just killing Sand King now.
Yeah.
I'm just really concerned about our prediction more than anything else. That's why I'm hoping they push.
Yeah. I think maybe they just did it because they're like, oh whatever, we'll defend and just push the tier 2, and then we can take all 3 lanes at once.
Yep.
So that's what
this Lina, have you even noticed that there's a Lina in the game?
I legit and past the laning phase where I thought she did a decent job in the first 3 minutes, you just don't notice her.
Yep, she's 1 and 2.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? Like when you get like you're the hero on the map, you have to create some. You have a Sand King Lina, get a stun combo, but they just don't. They never had the vision this game. They have a couple wards down bottom, but when is Dire ever actually going to be in the Radiant jungle?
Exactly. They infest bomb.
Should be a kill on Mike here, and it is. So looks like Mike thought it. It was going in. They get one. CAA. Lina now. There we go. The Yules. Oh, but Grib. Nice stun does go off on the PA, but another stun by Owie. Stops the Enchantress in her tracks, and now Bryle just right-clicking down. A Nightmare on the Lifestealer. Ritsu mans up and gets the kill on Husky, but goes down.
A little deep.
It's
still hard to dive into like Lina and a Radiance. It's the thing with an Ench in the base too. I mean, I think our prediction might end up being wrong. They're gonna wait for second Roche. They need like more team fight items, I think, before they can really commit to a dive. A pipe on somebody wouldn't be bad.
Doesn't feel like many people can farm now. You have IX Mike going a Lincoln's here. And Bane, I mean, Sand King, he'll never get a pipe. So is it on, who do you get it? Do you have to get it on Owie, or would you like Furion to get it?
I think, I'm not sure. If it were OG, I'd say the PA would end up getting it, but I think it's probably the Slardar and nobody, so they probably just won't end up getting one.
Oh, and here we go. Bryle looks like he's going to be going down here, does it? Aegis. Ton of damage being done. Ike's Mike. Uh-oh, gets the silence.
I was going to say Imagine a BKB, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And Ike's Mike's looking to drop here. Buyback from Frogos, and there's a shrine right next door, and they're going to have to just run back from this. Husky is going to find Sand King, it looks like, and a nice double stun by Frogos into his ulti. That's another kill, and now Bryle's, well, him and Owie are the only two alive.
Yeah, and Ritsu's going Sanj and Yasha as well, which should really just be a BKB. It's the thing about Sanj and Yasha. One guy can get it, the other guy really should just get that BKB so that the timings are synced up.
That's interesting, yeah, because, I mean, he's a PA, right? You expect, he's going to go in, you expect the Lina to want to go on you, and guess what? You just pop a BKB, it makes life a lot easier.
I think Sanj and Yasha is literally just an item for lazy people. Yeah. It's never really optimal. Like on Gyro is different, because it's just, you know, it makes sense, but why in the world does PA by Sanj and Yasha? Like, what does a Yasha do for PA? You don't need move speed. You're not, like, you literally just need health and spell immunity, and you're going to kill everybody.
That's actually the perfect explanation for an item for late, right? Because that's why people just get in pubs. They're like, oh, strength, agility, and that's easy. Of course, you know, everyone needs that. You just buy it.
The build-up's nice.
Yeah.
It gives you like a little bit of everything.
But sometimes you don't need everything.
Like yeah, it's like going to a pizza place, right? And you're like, oh, give me everything. You know, that's not going to give you the pizza that's prime for your situation.
Yeah.
You know, you're not putting any work in.
And you're not going to have like any cheese or sauce. At that point, if you put so many toppings, you don't taste anything else. Man, are you an extra cheese kind of guy on pizza, or are you just normal cheese?
I used to be, but cheese is so bad for you, you know?
Oh yeah, it is.
So I'd love extra cheese, but I'm also lactose intolerant,
Oh.
so I'm a considerate guy.
How badly lactose are you? Like, you know,
Not
there's some
super
people.
bad.
Okay.
I can't eat, like, I can eat cheese and stuff. It's more like don't eat. If I were to eat like some fettuccine alfredo at an Italian restaurant, I'd have issues.
Yeah. Makes sense. Well, Roche.
Which is a shame.
Yeah. Fettuccine Alfredo. Yeah, I think that might be one of my favorite Italian dishes. So yeah, you are missing out. Well, actually, Gyro has the BKB now though, and is going MKB obviously versus the Radiance. Feels like, and just the Enchantress nice versus. Oh, looks
This
like
is a
they
good
might
item.
smoke. Yeah, here we go.
There's a
Here,
solar crest on the lifestealer too, so it's double evasion.
And they're going to run into each other. There we go. They're fighting right under Radiant Shrine, though. There's going to be an A-Blast. It's going to hit on Ritsu. No, he barely dodged it. Hits on Mike, but Frogos goes down. Scroogic Duck, you're going to go down as well. Owie finds +1, and he probably could just solo kill this guy, but Ritsu will come and take it.
We're going to be off by a minute.
So that was... I mean, you got to make it, right? You're the losing team. You got to make something happen, but it just felt weird. It was only those two. Like, no one else from their team was there.
Yeah, they're just desperate. DC is playing it right. Like, they have it's really the gem factor. Owie picked this up like 4 minutes ago. Dire has like no vision on the map, so you can't just sit there and do nothing when you know there's a Battle Fury PA just and a Gyro, like a Furian's huge. Like,
You're getting
there's
outfought.
3 cores farming. In the meantime, like I don't know. I don't know what the like. You can't pick Lina and Enchantress. They're both the same hero in a lot of ways. They just sit in the back and throw stuff at you. And Ench is like no game whatsoever. Lina is just like I don't know what is it. I don't know if any of his items are gonna change the game.
No.
Shadowblade Yules.
Pretty standard, but losing game and you're versus that gem as well, like you said, it's just a little bit worse even. And you see the 3 cores, I mean, Bryle, just 4,000 over the lifestealer. He has a double damage now. Is there possible they don't wait for it and they just go with this DD?
It's possible. Probably not recommended though. Roche does spawn in like 30 seconds. They might get this Enchantress, and then I'm sure they'll probably just look to fight.
Man,
Oh my
that
goodness.
damage. A-Blast is going to come and hits Mike and dinks on Bryle, but a nice Lincoln's from IX Mike onto Bryle. That's going to be the end of that. Looks like just get 1 pick off, and someone's going there. They're stopping.
Ugh.
They're stopping all these split. But do you just want him to like commit his 5 and stop this, or?
Yeah, like, you stop the push by like doing stuff, and like he's dying anyway.
Yeah.
But theoretically, he shouldn't die here because there's no one shoving lanes. So like no one's showing on the map, they're probably coming to kill you. He can just sit in the back, like chill, wait for someone to show, and like DC, like they're getting that kill, but theoretically they should just be pushing or going for Roche. They're just running at heroes, but the thing is goPRO, like Lina's dying top now. Where's his team? What are they doing?
Yeah.
But the
You always
supports
said-
are just sitting in base.
You have that Furion, right? He just TP'd bottom, TP's top, changes every bad situation better. Not that they have many bad situations this game. And here comes the buyback by Husky. Let's see. Bryle's he's just ulting the farm.
I hate that, but it's fine.
Looks like they are just going for Roche, so.
Gyro, why is Gyro ult a 45-second cooldown?
It's a good
Does that
question.
make any sense to you?
While it's like one of the biggest AoEs and just, I don't know. It's definitely interesting.
550 damage and a slow. It's a lot,
That is a lot.
right? Like, isn't that a lot? Seems like a pretty good spell. The mana cost doesn't even increase with level.
Just has no negatives about it. Just plus damage, minus cooldown, you're good to go. I mean, that's... Would you say, is that like... say you did nerf his ulti like 15 seconds on his like added cooldown. How do you change Gyro so he's not first picked, I guess is what I'm asking. Is it like a flat cannon change, or... I don't know if there is just one. I don't know.
I think the talents are a big deal. Any carry hero, like think about Gyro, right? He does flak. He hits every hero in the game when he flaks, and his level 10 talent is 25 damage. Which, if you translate to gold, is about 1,200, I would say. 1,200 gold on that talent.
Oh.
on a hero that does his attack to everyone. So it's 25 damage to every hero when you flak. And it also allows you to farm faster, and it's just super efficient. So I think that's something that should go. If people were picking health on Gyro, I don't think he would seem quite as strong. And none of his spells like have a downside.
Yeah.
Like,
he's just everything's going for him. Uh-oh, Frogos, he might be a little bit, he's got his friend, and they know he's in there too because the Radiance was not turned off, jumps out, but Frogos gets stunned, not before he gets the stun off, he's still gonna go down here. Scrooge McDuck, he's gonna hop into this creep, gonna trap him on the backside, that ulti, Tourniquet, he's just gonna get bursted down. Now it's Scrooge McDuck, he's the only one left, they're just gonna kite him around with the ulti from Owie, it looks like, and there's the good game, so we were about 4 minutes off, but a one-sided game, and I mean, these are the kind of games you do expect, right? When you have a professional team going up against more of a semi-pro team.
Yep. It's just funny how a lot of the times the skill difference isn't as apparent as just the drafting comfort. Yeah. Like I just don't know how you're gonna win that game. You have an Enchantress on your team, and you're just like, all right, we want Alina now. Yeah.
Is there a hero that could have picked that wasn't Lina that would have just been 100 times better, could have actually changed the game, or do you think they were done before that pick?
I feel like you needed... Was PL banned?
I don't believe so. I believe it was Viper last banned. I don't think PL was banned.
I think you could have... You PL there, maybe you Naga. Like, I don't believe in Naga, though. You could have like maybe picked a Zeus or a Tinker, like something with a ton of wave clear and just magic damage. Like they kind of got that with Lina, but Lina's just so weak with no real timing. If they have a Zeus, yeah, it's like Zeus Tinker. I think could have worked. You're counting on this life stealer to carry, and if you have a Zeus, like you have the ability to fight for these earlier towers. Because if you notice, like they killed all the towers when the supports were still not 6. You need some hero to buy time for your supports to get into the game so that they can help you deal with waves and start trying to kill people.
Oh, makes sense. So that's the end of game number 1, and this is one best of 3 today. And well, it's looking like it might be a convincing 2-0 here, but we'll see. goPRO fixed their drafts. You know, they made some nice movements on the map, but we'll see if it's ungoable. Do you have Dota Plus?
Yeah.
What is that damage tab at the top? Like, what does that show? Because I can't even click on it because I don't have it.
It's pretty shit.
Oh.
It just shows what the hero does damage to and what it did. So, like, Bane did 1,466 damage to Enchantress with Brain Sap. Did you know that?
I did not. I do now, though. Thanks,
now
Dota Plus. Thanks, Dota Plus and Kyle.
He gripped Lina for 848 damage.
Damn, that was actually a lot of damage for how short that game. That was just full grips. Ouch.
Yep.
Bro.
Sand King dealt 52 damage to Gyrocopter thanks to Chilling Touch.
Oh, so just because... Interesting.
And Lina offensively used people twice, and on one of those times he rolled 40, and on the other time he rolled 39.
Only 2 offensive Ewells. Yeah, that doesn't feel like a Lina stat. It feels very good. This lobby's not hosted, right? I just can't see it. I'm just making sure.
It's not hosted.
Okay.
One job.
This is it. This guy was killing me
I'm
yesterday.